Muhammad KOREBIMA, my friend. When he said that is in Makassar, I said, okay, let's meet up, catch up, and then I think it is right time for us to share, to discuss about a lot of things, because I know him very well in coastal and marine issues, right?
Yeah. Actually, I'm not actually.
Yeah.
I work for the. I was working for the coastal and marine issue, and also like conservation. I'm working for the coastal and marine issues, especially like marine conservation and
marine conservation
issue. A little bit about talking about fisheries, small scale fisheries.
Yeah. At the time in Internet you mentioned, you described about location.
And also about marine tourism.
Marine tourism as well. Okay.
More focus on community-based marine tourism.
And you mentioned that you are not coming from fisheries or a marine background. You are communication.
Yes, actually, I graduated from communication and
graduated from
my
communication.
subject actually
Communication.
Journalist actually.
Oh, journalist actually.
Yeah.
Okay. In
journalist.
I mean, what university or campus?
Oh yeah, Hasanuddin University.
Hasanuddin University from communication, major in communication, yeah.
Yes, major in communication and subject. My major subject is journalist actually. So many of people are, why you work for the rather than working as a journalist.
And what makes you floating on the sea, searching islands and...
Yeah, but I think since I was a student in the university, most of my time, especially during holiday or something, I was working in a street farm which is owned by my friend. Yes, that's
what is that?
In Bulukumba.
In Bulukumba.
And then I'm really interested because I think this is because I grew up in Papua.
Okay.
So,
from Papua, West Papua, right?
Yes. Since 7 years old, I think 1977 or something around, until it's like 18 or something.
Okay.
So I already very close to the nature. Making friends with the indigenous people there.
Which part of West Papua? Kaimana or?
Sorong.
Oh, Sorong.
And Manokwari. And also I was working in Raja Ampat.
As well, yeah.
No, it's Raja Ampat right now. So we are start working from the beginning and help the local government there. So set up, make Raja Ampat like you see like now. So that's why I really love to working in the coastal.
Sure. The idea behind of this conversation or our podcast is how alumni of Hasanuddin University, especially from Taman Andrea, communication study, now is if I can say, marine and fisheries expert or marine coastal and marine expert. Can I say that?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Not yet, but I'm still learning because it's a very dynamic, in fisheries and marine right now. Very dynamic.
Okay.
You have to learn everything change in regulation, the community, and anything.
What was the name of your role in that? When I met you in Ternate, what was your role or your position?
On that time I was in charge from my organization. They put it in charge for government relation.
Government relation. Oh, okay.
Because I was working a lot in outreaching and communication. So that's why my organization, my previous organization, put me in charge of build a government relation, especially related with the project. But not just government actually. I work with the local community.
Local community as well.
Especially from the grassroots. Because I love with the grassroots. That's if you know the root of the problem, you have to work with the grassroots.
The community,
That's the problem on the postal and
That's why as alumni of communication, you're there
yes.
to convince them to the community how to manage, how to conserve their environment.
Because
okay.
Yeah, because sometimes like we are produce a lot of scientific papers, scientific research. But it's like this is like a very distant. The distance is very far.
Okay.
Which is like a very scientific research.
Alright.
The community in the grassroots, especially like in internet or in a remote area, which is very low education. So you have to translate it. You have to make it easy. What what is scientist result? How can when you're talking about the conservation? With the very luxuries. Yes. And people don't understand what do you mean with this conservation. Sometimes people you just ban. But you know how to make it simple way so the grassroots or the people with a very low education really understand why they need conservation, why they have to conserve, why we have to protect or something like that. That's the communication play.
And also a very important thing that we cannot say that community is they don't know about conservation, but because in the reality, in fact, they've been through with the conservation idea, like in Maluku.
Since I was growing, my childhood period was I was spending more time in Papua. And I saw they have traditional wisdom like sasi.
Okay.
And then this is make me easy to explain to them what is conservation and what is sasi. How these two this type of to protect or to preserve your natural resources. Actually, I thought that this cloud, the sasi is the very simple way. Very simple way to explain about the conservation. So actually, your ancestors already know how to protect, how to make sure that they are sustainable for your resources.
So you mentioned before that the idea of conservation was coming from high level, campus or university, and then researchers from outside. So what are you going to say about the connection between something from outside and community itself? I mean, what did you find in that relationship?
I think actually they can enrich each other.
They can enrich each other. Okay.
You bring it with you talk about conservation from the university, and you also meet the local wisdom. Sustainability with their own way, with the traditional way, which is already practicing for the long time. And then actually in the actually one of my seniors said that the conservation will success if you can combine it, they call it kampung science, which kampung science with the university science. So these two you have to combine. So, and the people in the grassroots, they will be very proud of it because what they practice, actually that's what the university learn about it. So before university learn about the conservation, actually the grassroots already practice it. But they don't know it's actually conservation. So that's we one of my job is make them proud with what you have.
Is that what you learn from, for example, C project or I would say USAID project? C project.
I think so. Actually, US C project is just we want to expand what we have done because with the with I think enough grant and then we can expand these practices or we can spread out or we bring as a lesson learned from to other places. I know it's really difficult. SASI is very specific for some community or tribe, but the what is the value of it, the saksi itself. You can teach people in the other side.
Yeah. When I heard Matt in his presentation in Ternate 5 years ago, I assume that you also criticize the responsibility of local government.
Yes.
To taking responsibility in managing resources for the
Yes.
and how you read the condition of the capacity of the policy or regulation, because sometimes also not easy to apply the regulation in terms of conservation, because some
I think
damage also there.
I think because many of government, they see like some of the local wisdom is like an old patient.
Old fashioned.
So it's just old patient, this is not updated or something. But actually this is very close to the local community. You have try to strengthen what they already have. That's more important. You have to strengthen what they have. They have the local wisdom of asasi. They have wisdom like open close season or something. Then you have to strengthen. And you also like working with the university to increase with the method or something. That's why we call it like you make it merit. What did you say? Like a merit, like a university with
a combination of. I call it when we talk about collaboration. It's about how to allocate resources, right? How we convince stakeholders to allocate resources, their knowledge, their facility, their budget, to support the idea of conservation, right? Okay, let's talk into what we call capacity transfer by you as alumni of Masalah University. We back to the previous the idea behind this. So how do you transfer your capacity in terms of like communication or community facilitation and so on today?
It's I think local community is very for them, so new people coming or Spanish people, they will put in something very suspicious on you. So
suspicious or they're okay. Are you with huge money or budget?
And also like you just come to us to just say you don't do you have to do like So the
prohibition.
The first thing I have to learn, because I learn about many things in campus, and this is the time I try to implement it. So and then I go to the community, live with them, because I don't want to like working with the community like on off, just comes 1 or 2 days and go back in the city. No, I don't like that working with that with the community, especially in grassroots. So when I go to the village, stay longer with the community. Sometimes you just follow when they go to fishing, just accompany them to fishing, and then just see. And then the first time I don't want to talk much, but I ask more.
So, this is the essence of community facilitation by KOREBIMA, right?
So when you come to the community, pretend like you don't know nothing. And actually you don't know about them. But just just come and learn from them. So, and then learn and just see and talk to them, ask many questions, ask many things from them, and make them proud that they know anything.
I think that's essential. But let's move on into the general condition or the general perceptions about outsiders, about maybe your community in Maluku or in Papua. Sometimes they say it's not easy to request them to participate or to take action in the project scheme because of sometimes they only think money from outside. Agree with that?
Yeah, because the first thing you have to build a trust building among you and them. Because the trust building is very important before you interfere.
Alright.
Yeah, so that's why I told you that I have to take some time with them, live with them, stay with them a little bit longer, so I can learn, I can study with them first, and then know their problem, everything, and ask a lot of things. You make yourself that people like your student, and then you come to learn from them.
Try to listen, try to follow them, and then try to
and that's the trust building stuff. So, that's the first to build.
But there's so many projects, Matt, in Papua, in Maluku. I mean, I worry about the acceptance. I mean, how they distribute money, how they allocate budget, how they deliver support. Sometimes not really in a proper or good ways.
Yeah, it's because it's the coordination maybe. I mean, because a lot of grant, like this grant from this donor, this is from the government, this is from the local government. But sometimes we are very rare to coordinate each other. And yeah, and then sometimes we think that this is not we come not to sorry, maybe this is because just my perception. I think like we compete each other.
We compete each other. Okay.
So this grant coming, this grant, so we try to compete each other.
Okay.
So the community will see this is like, oh, hey, we can take advantage of it because they see that like we compete each other. So we have to working together.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have to collaborate, working together, very strong collaboration, very strong relationship. So the community see all these people coming, to working with us, to work with us, and then to assist us, to empower us. Not they see us as a compete each other. If they see us like that, and then it's really hard to build the trust building, and that's what we can have the trust building among and with them, and that's it. Like they see, okay, this is the money coming. This is not because of you come to bring the knowledge, the experience, but the only they see is like this is the money is coming. So we get the money.
So in terms of concept of let's say development, sometimes we should or we must distinguish like capacity transfer and capacity development. Sometimes also we spend I think for almost 40 years with capacity transfer, right? Infrastructure or facilities without considering what we call community empowerment in the beginning before they. I assume, Pamat, in Papua or maybe in Eastern Indonesia, sometimes also it's not easy to apply what we call community empowerment before we declare first money, facility. Agree with that?
Of course, we need money to implement our capacity building. But I mean, this is the only thing that we have to, just the only thing that if there's no money, then we can. But the important thing is like sometimes we have not really deep study of that.
Okay, study, understanding your local.
Because it's like okay, just the grant coming, and then we just read many secondary document or something.
Law frame.
Sometimes we said they just use it 1 week. How can you understand people that just do 1 week and then you make this, you make a statement that
research is essential, and don't forget to allocate your days in a very longer period. Okay. Talking about the initiative from local government or local community in a project in context of what we call here PAMAT as a capacity development, how do you observe government participation or community participation in a current situation, like a project like say or related to coastal and marine in Papua or Maluku or how do you observe?
I think it's quite a long time. We put the community as an object of every
community as an object. Is that because of the shallow of a narrow understanding about the essence, or just to make it easier?
Because we think people
delivering.
Because we think they are stupid. That's why we put them as an object.
Yeah. There's no empowerment, right?
Yes.
Only
When we're talking about empowerment,
yeah.
it's because your knowledge or experience and outside can bring it to them and then you apply it.
Yeah.
But you have the strength and their knowledge as well.
Yeah.
Their local knowledge, their local little bit.
To inform in the beginning,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
No, I mean, in terms of strengthening, maybe yes, but I want to dive into what we call here starting with them. I mean, in the beginning, if you want to create a project or a scheme, allowing them to be part of the in the planning is the most important thing. Then, comparing with like budget distribution or facility distribution.
Yeah, that's why I mean that's why. Yeah, this is because we think of the people is an object. So we just put this community we bring this project with a bunch of money and bunch of program and then.
Yeah.
But we have to this project they have to become a subject. So this should be player.
Okay.
Not they just like the beneficiary.
Do you have any example or evidence from the grassroots level or rural or villagers in Papua?
Sometimes we create conservation area and we put them as an object and we manage like we create some organization.
No, I mean, do you have any like reference or evidence that we have a good experience from some like villages about the initiative in the beginning they participate?
Yeah, I'm working with I think I have an experience in Raja Ampat, also in Bandar. And what I'm doing is just give them like you try to. I want to make the first time I work in, I learn about their potential. I learn about their policy, their wisdom, anything, and I think with what they have. I strengthen it.
You strengthen them.
Yes, and then they play with what they have. When they play with what they're and they're proud of it, and they manage it by themselves. So we make them manage it with what they have. So because like for example, like
any specific information about
for example, like the first time I come with them. For example, in one village in Banda. It's a small island when I was working there. That's almost 10 years ago. They have one of the wisdom is like assassin. It's almost 50 years. Not implemented. With thousands of
regulation is there, but no, you mean there is no protection or just
people don't practice is not anymore. Yes, but they say that they have a list of this kind of wisdom, and I think I go to them, live with them, and try to dig out the story behind it, the story why it's something, and they said a lot of things, like for example, the influence of the high profit people they see it and then the other things like their regulation is not written in something like SAS itself actually they put a lot of regulation but it's just saying by most not by the elders and then I see why you don't put it in legal document or something because
written document or
yes a written document and then I discuss with them and then the first time is really hard because people like feel powerless now we don't have enough capacity no, you have capacity you just need to practice it we are as a facilitator not teach them but to facilitate them so they can dig out their knowledge, their experience, and they can put it out in the right hand. What we do, we just like we make it a little bit good in like so like this more loud language. So, but that's not our job. Of course, it's the people in the university job. But let them write it with what they think about it, something like that, and they're proud of it. We can write our regulation. So that's actually they have capacity.
You facilitate them to transfer the understanding of the area and then what they expect from the management plan.
I just practice. I just facilitate. Build their self-confidence.
Self-confidence, self-confidence to
because their education is very low.
Okay.
Yeah, on average, they're just junior high school.
They're friends. I know Matt since I said before 5 years ago. Is a part of a big project, huge project called funded by USAID. And right now, I think we also want to know about the current situation in Maluku or Papua, in general in Eastern Indonesia, about the fisheries issues or coastal marine issues in this uncertainty situation now in Indonesia. In Maluku, I don't know about Lin. I don't know what's happening now. What's happening about integrated fisheries unit like in Somlaki, Moa, or maybe Biak, maybe Merauke. Do you have any capture about that kind of big issues?
Every time even the organization is a government organization, central government, we're always talking about the industrial.
That's how the reason why I asked him, because as a communication alumni from Southern University, I believe he has ability to explain about the context, about the issues, about the challenge, and about the existing situation. What is happening now, according to the idea in improving our fisheries and marine. Matt, please explain to us about the current situation now.
Based on my experience, because I'm not an expert in business, but what I see,
right? You stay in Ambon and you observe.
I see with the local fishermen. Most of my time working in the field is working with the fishermen. And then when issue about the fisheries development, we're talking about industrial fisheries. And we're talking about industrial, sometimes people go. For example, like
people go? You mean?
Yeah, people like in Maluku, almost 90% is a small scale fisheries.
90%? And below one gross ton engine or no engine?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
when you're talking about industry, in the fisheries, the local fishermen, especially like they feel threatened. Yeah. You're talking about the industrial, which is we will bring a lot of big ship to catch a fish or something, and they think about will occupy the fishing ground or something.
The idea is to support them to increase their capacity from, for example, like.
But many of the documents are talking about industrial fishery, not where this like a small scale fishery is being put in the document. In very clear. Separated from the existing condition, and there's a new idea coming from outside without considering the existing capacity, right? They're talking about the small scale fisheries.
Okay.
But this is a small part.
Okay.
But the small scale fisheries is huge in Maluku. 90% of the small scale fisheries in Maluku. Industries is probably like maybe just 10% or 20%.
Okay.
So actually, when you talk about fisheries, you have to think about it first.
That's the first. Secondly, because I think you observe also what's happening with Lumbung Ikan Nasional. The idea to promote, to introduce what they call
small scale fisheries. This is Lumbung Ikan Nasional, about industrial and fisheries.
Okay.
And that's why they always question their position in industrial. Because they're just small scale fisheries.
Yeah, simple to say. Something like some fishing vessels coming from outside, investor coming from outside, and as a Malukan, as just an observer.
Actually, I'm
Is that what you want to say?
Actually, I'm not a Malukan, but I live 12 years there. And at least I know about the condition of the local fishermen there. So actually, the important thing is like first we have to make them priority first, because there are a lot.
90%.
One of the problems, like the price of fuels.
Okay.
Local fishermen, they're spread it out. Molucca is very huge area. Yeah, and a lot of remote island also with the fishermen there. And the price of the fuel is very high. Every year the price of fuel increase, and the price, it's really hard to get like a fixed price with subsidized from the government when it's already in their village. It could be like twice,
yeah.
Sometimes twice, sometimes even more. This is we're just using a small vessel.
Yeah.
For example,
Okay.
like
So you mentioned that of government ideas that in improving the coastal community, by introducing in industrialization, lean or whatever. You say that we need to focus on those 90%
support the fishermen. They do support, but I think what they support is not really maximum right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. And sometimes they not like. I think one of my concern is about the fuel price for the local fishermen.
The fuel price. Yeah.
Because it's not a
Papua. That's what's happening there. For the fairness. Price. Okay.
And we know that Maluku is very rich with the main resources of fisheries from Indonesia.
Tuna.
There are three fishing grounds, Indonesian fishing ground, huge fishing ground in Indonesia.
That's interesting. 90% is a small scale, but their commodity, their products have a very economic scale, like tuna or any other. So, if you want to propose something like a solution for the small scale fisheries, what are your ideas? I mean, do you have any ideas for this maybe marine fisheries ministry in Jakarta?
I think so.
What are the challenge to be covered, to be solved in case of Maluku?
I think the first thing is like.
Go ahead.
I think that what the government can do is like they really focus on this. Is 90% of the local fishermen, and also like the accessibility of their catch, and the other things like fuel price, cold chains, and because now Molucca is more than 1,000 island and scattered around, and then you have to think about it's very very clear and about your program for them, especially, and then you have to put in a special like if you can put like a special autonomy for Papua. This area is very rich with fish.
Okay.
Why you don't put something special?
Special. You mean specific commodity or specific treatments or solution or something?
Special treatment and solution. So they can, they come from there very rich with fish, but not like in showing their life like they have a wealthy enough with what they have. This is very contradictory in their life, and we all know about that. That's we have to think about it. If you can design something that I'm not saying that special autonomy for fisheries, but something that make them really they can get more benefit with what they have.
Get more benefit for
You have a fish, of course you have to make a lot of you have like a benefit with this kind of fish.
It is important also to know about the relation between the small scale fisheries, I mean 90%, and then capacity of local government in managing or in handling like this kind of potential or issues. Do you see something like a certain or fixed initiative from local government, provincial government, district government to tackle the issues by allocating budget or support?
Yeah, I think you know, it's Maluku is quite very rich with their fisheries and anything, but you know, it's in terms of budgeting, they already have like only smaller scale. If you compare, I mean very small budget from the national government. So I think even they have a good program, they can implement if you don't have like a good resources, funding resources, budgeting, not from just from the local, from the national. You know, but just every year they just only have like 2 trillion maybe rupees for their national budget, annual budget.
Which is low.
Which is, you know, the areas youth very scattered around, but it's very rich. So you have to think about
abundant resources, but lack of support. I can say lack of support from central government. Especially in this what we call omnibus law or.
I don't want to talk about it because it's
it's essential because sometimes also it's not easy to allocate budget or resources because maybe in considering like coastal, marine area.
Like you know when Papua said that you have a lot of mining potential, they get a social special autonomy because they're very rich and Maluku also has the same thing, but the different resources. They have a very rich with the mine. Maluku is very rich with the fish, and for a long time, you know, this country has extract a lot of fish from the Maluku's waters, and it's become one of the biggest value that the country have.
You want to say that
so I think the national government should be fair on that, especially on budgeting.
You want to say that the fish flow to the Java by the fishermen from Rembang or Cirebon, capturing from Banda Sea or Arafura Sea,
Seram Sea, or Maluku Sea, or
So what the consequence, what the substitution of the practice in Indonesian case? I mean, what exactly you want to say according to the reality that many fishermen from outside from Maluku operating there and then?
I think we can stop them because our regulation allows them to come to because we are one country, so you know I'm from Java, I can come and fishing in your area. It is maybe it's just different zone, like less than 12 miles from the coastline, and you have to get permit from the province. But you know there is a different gap about knowledge and experience. Something the local fishermen in Maluku and fishermen from Java or from Sulawesi. They have a quite very different and long like in Japanese people and Sulawesi people, they have you know, it's a very long time they become fishermen and they already like more advanced, more knowledge, more you know, facilities, but the local people, they're still like most of them are artisanal fisheries. And then they have to local government to think about it. Not just local government because the money is in the national government and you have to think about it.
I understand it. In the case, that's why currently, or I observe also, there's so many initiatives from villagers or village in Papua or Maluku, how they conserve their coastal and marine areas, ecosystem, what we call here is zonation area, nothing so something like that. No, okay, I think this is
one thing I have to say. I mean, a lot of rich fishermen in Maluku and Papua, but actually they are from outside, like in Sulawesi.
In Sorong.
If you see in Sorong in Ternate or in
I met them in Sorong in some. I think that's a reality. I mean, how do we make it fair, yeah, in terms of we responsible to strengthen the capacity of villagers or communities there to at least they have inputs or they have what can I say, suggestions, initiative to discuss about the utilization of coastal and northern communities or fisheries. I think in our podcast, Mamat, I think our YouTube colleagues are based on your observation for our listener audience.
Yeah, I think the one thing you can treat them as the same things. Yeah, for example, there is a fisherman in like a local fisherman local fisherman which is like indigenous fisherman or something, and the people are fishermen from the outside and they live together with them, or live there also, doing fishing, fishing. But as a government, they have to do different things to the local fishermen, because you can treat the same things like you have a same program like. We have the same program for the local fishermen in Java, and we applied it also in. Doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's not fair, and it doesn't work because the culture is different. The way of people in Maluku and Papua fishing is different with the way people from Java, from Sulawesi, or from Sumatra fishing.
So, what's your methodology in program or development?
Yeah, I think the important is we don't want to teach them to become as exploited fishermen. Because most of fishermen, I think many perception people like a Japanese fishermen or people from Sulawesi, they are very exploited when they catch fish. But people like in Maluku and people or indigenous people in Maluku, when they catch fish, they are very sustainable. Because they just artisanal and also they just motion. So important to strengthen it and value their case. Especially when you go to the market, it should be different.
You want to say specific treatment, right?
Yes. You have to put a specific treatment.
Don't forget also that we have fisheries management area, which is also there's a part tools of our government to manage the area, to determine that the small scale, maybe big scale or so. What's happening with the fisheries management area? WPP.
I think this is some provinces they said it's not fair.
It's not fair. Okay, challenge.
We are rich. We are rich. We are very rich in our fish, but because of this policy, we only get small. Big area is under the government authority. Like your area is like a 12 on the 12 miles from the coastline, and you can get earn from the permit. But the problem right now, the fish, more fish, not in 12 miles below.
But I understand.
That's why a lot of fish above the 12 miles. So actually, this is the under the authority of the national.
I remember in Ternate, the friends in Ternate, I heard about. I think one participant say, "Don't push me to conserve our maybe 30% of our area fisheries, and then at the same time also you allow fishermen from outside to exploit exploit our 70%.
That's why we have to think very it's very carefully about the policy. So the local government, the local fishermen get more, earn from their area, especially above 12 miles from coastline. Because actually there is a sharing benefit between national and but people think like what they get is still small because under the 12 is the potential of fish is very low. Especially like for pelagic. Big pelagic are playing below the 12 miles. They're playing
No, it's very critical also.
Also,
I know that. I mean, it's very critical now about the initiative from central government of Indonesia in maximizing or optimizing what we call WPP or fisheries management area. I mean,
we call it a quota.
Quota. How do you observe again about the practice of WPP?
Oh yeah.
Because there's no board, there's no today, right?
Yeah, I heard from some local government. Actually, this WPP is not fair for them.
Okay.
Because a lot of fishing, it's go to the central government, not from the local government.
Yeah.
And the other part is like the fishing port, like the national fishing port, not in that province, even in other province. For example, for port for export, is in Bitung, but they catch fish in Maluku. And they bring it to the Bitung. That's why the local government said, why you don't want to build for export port for fishing port in Maluku? So the fish will get So the fish catch in Maluku Sea or in Maluku waters should be exported from the Maluku province.
In fact, they operate from like Arafura or Bandasi, and then they bring the
all the fish are, all the vessels is getting, but the base is in big.
So and there's no return to the community or provincial government from the permit or
Of course, the permission come from the national government. And they always the province just only get the permit from below the 12 miles.
And now when the gates are reduced,
and the data, we don't have exact data how many fish, how many fish stock below in 5 miles and above 5 miles. I know there's a
I think it's interesting, that the friends having Pak here to discuss interesting topics for coastal and marine, especially in Maluku, Maluku Utara, and Papua Barat, West Papua. Before we close this podcast, I think Pak Mat, from your perspective right now, how local government, district or municipalities or provincial government responds the initiative from central government about omnibus law. Because it's I keep it as the question because omnibus law is destroying so many initiatives. RZ WP3K, and then there's so many regulations already.
And also destroy your local regulations.
Destroy your local regulations. Last comment from you. Do you think that still available or any option to make it? How can I say? The clarity of the in this case is how we deal with the omnibus law. By what can I say? Requesting support from local government to express their response, because sometimes they say district government say I have no obligation to protect. I have no responsibility to allocate budget and so on for the area around their district.
For example, for conservation.
For conservation also someone who is responsible to keep their eyes for the conservation issue and so on. From your perspective.
I think so. For the first part, whatever the law, whatever the rules, or whatever regulation, it should be put in the community or put in the first place. You can make very sophisticated regulation, but again, if the community just get little bit benefit or they don't get much benefit from that regulation, I don't think that this regulation. So I think I don't want to give many comments about this omnibus law, because the omnibus law is still controversial right now. Because the government that think the president just released the what do they call Perpu or something special.
For 2 years.
That's still that's a still contradiction.
Controversy. Okay.
But for me, I think any rules of law you have to put the community in the first place.
Consider
So because
and
and the other things like we're talking about the conservation. You ask the local government, you like 30% or the first data said just 10% and 20%, and right now it's become 30% to be protect or preserve. But how many incentive you give to the local government because they protect 30% of their sea of water or land to become protected? Because they don't have enough money. So the government and the local government have to support it, giving them incentive. If you like, I mean the incentive not just like trickle down and giving them, but the important thing is like let every province so that if they have a commitment to manage this conservation area, either in land or either in the sea, then they have to treat especially about the incentive. So because a lot of people sometimes look at the government, you will ask me to protect like 30% of our water. And where's the budget for? Because sometimes the conservation is not a priority in the budget. Not just in the district, even in provincial. Because the budget especially come from infrastructure, healthy, education, and food or something. The conservation. So, but you ask the local government to have to protect 30%, then you have to give them incentive. So they can manage this protected area very well. So not just putting in the paper. Because people will criticize, we have like a 30%. But how you manage this? How you run the conservation?
Have you shared this? Comments or ideas?
I talk to the government. I even talk to government. You have to ask the local central government. Okay. We will protect our 30%, but we ask you to contribute to allocate incentive to our budget, so we can manage this. Because we don't have enough budget. 30% for example, it's almost like 3 million hectares. And how do you manage 3 million hectares with the money for annual budget is just 2 or 3 trillion?
3 million from 20 million areas, hectares.
I think I don't know. I forgot. But at least right now I know
3 million in Papua and Maluku.
Just Maluku.
Wow.
Yes, almost 3 million hectares.
Lack of budget support for
Of course, that's why I talked to the local government. You have to go to the central government. Hey, we already have 30 million. So give us incentives so we can manage it. We don't have enough budget. We don't have money to manage it.
You allocate. In the preparation of the.
Because you know why we have to protect 30%? Because we want to our sustainable sustainable. And the national government still allow the company
the permit to exploit.
National government also like to allow the company to explode in their area. That's why we protect them. You have to pass on that. Not just in the paper.
Let's coffee from in the Captain Coffee Boss in Makassar with my friend Muhammad KOREBIMA. Before I close, please, I forgot to ask you about this important part of our podcast. Your elementary school, your junior high school, your senior school, your university, and I heard that you're alumni from Hawaii or?
No, I was from Coventry University.
Coventry University? UK. Okay. And
that's my
majoring on? Mastering?
Applied media.
Okay. As a Marine Science alumni from Masada University, also a blogger, and my latest as a communication consultant at the APO. I think that's alumni of Masada University, right?
Alumni of the university, they can work in many fields. And communication alumni, they can also work in many fields.
That's why the core, capacity, but they may expand them to any other Muslim, yeah? Okay, Ahmad, thank you for joining with me in this podcast. I've been waiting for this moment. So Ahmad is coming to Makassar as a transit person, and luckily because he informed me about his concerns, and then I say, okay, let's do it into what we call podcast here. So, dear friends, thank you for your contribution to this Pelakita Hub. And Ahmad, one more statement, or maybe you have something to say for alumni of Pasalon University, because you are alumni of Pasalon.
Yeah, I think as an alumni of Pasalon University, we can help this nation to be better in many fields.
In many fields, yeah.
Whatever depend on your specification or your specialist that you can do. But so don't ask the question. Don't ask many from the country, but give ask many things. Ask many from your university. But you give a lot of from what you have from the university. Give a lot to the
share your things, knowledge, skill, and so on. So salam, greetings from Makassar, the cabin to the